I sent you a thingy for later. I didn't realize. Wow, it sent you a nice little invite. Holy smokes!
Damn. Luckily, you're
You
not
see that?
a hacked bot. It's just like, hey, click this link.
Oh.
It's just friend. Anyways, hello, my darlings, and welcome back to the return of the Waifu Tavern Frequency. Yeah, the WTF podcast. Oh,
Woo!
it's been what, like 90 days since we recorded an episode? Because
It's been a minute.
due to like scheduling conflicts and some other shit, we thought I was gonna sunset the podcast. Um, but yeah, like we love doing it so much that we had to bring it back. I just like talk about old video games and new controversies. Yeah, with my friends. Um, so some of these topics are gonna be a couple months old, and a lot of them are gonna be recent, but a lot of them's gonna be follow-ups because I only got, surprisingly, in the last couple of months, I only got like 12 topics. There wasn't like a lot that interested me. There's a lot that got released, but these are going to be some heavy topics and some conclusions and continuations of what we tend to cover.
Yay.
All right, with us we got Dragoon Kite.
How's it going?
We got Punky the Alien.
Hello.
And we got Tydonis.
I'm here to spread more chaos.
And I got my chicken
God.
thingies.
Care?
Sure. I got some veggies in there too. Go for it.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah, the ranch. Okay. Now, before we get started, I kind of got like a little bonus segment to add to each of these pod episodes. It's sponsored by our very own Grandpa Slug. It's called "Well, I Remember, Don't You?" Where we feature a rare or obscure or canceled video game console or accessory.
I'm so glad you pitched that at me because I love it.
Yeah. Where's that picture? Right. But yeah, okay. So our very first episode of "Well, I Remember, Don't You?" Grandpa Slug sent me notes about. I should. All right, y'all looking at the podcast pictures.
Yep.
Introducing the Sega Black Belt.
Oh god.
Anyone ever heard of this thing?
Holy smokes!
It looks
I
almost
think-
exactly like an old Dreamcast.
Yeah, I think it's a Dreamcast prototype, isn't it?
Somewhat. So interesting story with this one. A story that basically says Sega's greatest enemy was themselves. You know.
Yep.
As I told this short story, yeah, they were really Nintendo wasn't their concern. PlayStation was concerned. It was themselves. So when it came time to develop the Sega Dreamcast, there was basically Sega was kind of like split into two companies: Sega of America and Sega of Japan. And I think there's like one guy who calls the shots in Japan. And so they both had to basically create their own version of the next-gen console, with Japan working on the Dreamcast, and America making the Black Belt. Hence why it's very similar looking design. And so for the longest time, Team America was actually kicking the ass. They were like coming along faster, and maybe better specs, and they actually hired this company called, I think it's called 3D Effects, which made the main chip for the Dreamcast, or the Black Belt. And with this, the Dreamcast would have had a kind of like, I think, a more diverse library, because it was basically great for porting PC games onto the console.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, so whatever, like I think of a good '90s PC game, it could have been on the Sega Black Belt.
You're telling me I could have had old school Duke Nukem?
Yeah. So there's a little blue guy called Sonic the Hedgehog that I think kind of was one of the main reasons why this didn't work out. Also, American CEOs being douchebags. So, because I don't really care for looking up names, but yeah, they recently got Sega of America recently got a new CEO, and he's the one who basically put the kibosh on the Sega Saturn. Like, if you're wondering why it was kind of like come and gone so damn fast, and he publicly said, "Yeah, we kind of consider it a failure. Just wait for our new console." So we leave us Americans like, well, what the fuck are we gonna? Okay, we're not gonna spend our money on this thing then. So yeah, that was a main. He was like one of the main reasons why the Dreamcast or the Saturn failed. Uh, and
Because it had a pretty short life, didn't it?
oh yeah, like blinked and you missed it. Um, and so that put a kind of like a sour note in the CEO's or the main guy's opinion of him. And so kind of what was like the winning factor was Sonic, because one if you I don't know sure it was Sonic 2 or 3, but I remember I was at the one time where Sega America and Japan tried to collab and co-develop in the same building, and you know, not only was there the language barrier, but there was like a double culture shock. You know?
Oh boy.
Yeah. Like Sega of America team members, they're used to like shutting off the lights at 9 p.m. and closing the office and going home. Whereas like Sega Japan are like, what the fuck? Cruncher Mania, brother.
It's only 9 p.m. Come on.
It's just
This is peak programming hours.
yeah, we got sleeping bags here. You sleep on your desk. So yeah, another reason why these don't get along. And plus this, being like the late '90s, there wasn't much Skype and easy ways of communication back then as well. Oh man, imagine if Sega was doing consoles today, it probably would have been a lot easier. And I think it was because of the guy like literally canceling the fucking Sega Saturn so quick is one reason why we never got a dedicated 3D Sonic game on that. Y'all remember Sonic Extreme?
Yep.
Yeah. And so basically, the guy who's working on Sonic Adventure, yeah, that was a good one. He's like, yeah, this 3D effects chip for the black belt, yeah, our Sonic Adventure just will not run on PC. And so yeah, that was like, okay, well, we gotta have Sonic, so they kind of didn't. That's why they dropped the black belt with the Dreamcast. And if you recall, like we didn't really get Sonic Adventure on PC until like the 2010s. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, it was much, much later whenever we finally got it on PC.
And because the black belt got kiboshed, the third party company making those chips, 3DFX, were like, what the fuck? You promised all this stuff, like contract violation. They basically sued him for like 150 million or something like that.
Oh, so this was the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah. So yeah, this contributed to the crash, because between that withdrawal from the bank account and the Dreamcast, even though it got the winning thumbs up, it had its own hardware problems, as you know, with the heating problem and the piracy problem. So it was a lose-lose situation.
The heating problem with the Dreamcast?
Oh yeah, it would overheat. Like the fans sucked, basically.
Yeah,
yeah.
The fans would short out. Games were super easy to pirate.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew about the pirating thing, but I was kind of surprised about the fan thing. I had a Dreamcast for a while, so it was kind of
it was
interesting.
Yeah, it was the launch ones, like the first year.
Yeah, the first gen.
Yeah, the first gen.
I wish I knew which one I had.
But yeah, so it basically, because I don't know, it's like if they would have gone past the Sonic mascot issue, like they could have just like gone back to the drawing board and try to make some technical reason. Like redo the technicals and make a Sonic Adventure run, or just do a different Sonic game. But I think between that, and like I said, the guy pretty much pissed on the Sega Saturn, because that's why the Dreamcast got the thumbs up, but Dreamcast had its own hardware issues. So
and Sony was becoming a big contender as well. Like they were dominating the 3D platforms.
Yeah, but basically, if they would have got over Sonic, that 3D effects library might have helped out a lot.
that blue little shit strikes again.
Yep.
Well, to be fair, we still got a really Sonic Adventure wasn't a bad game.
Yeah.
No, we're not saying that.
But it's just one game.
One game can't carry a console.
Mm-hmm.
I played Phantasy Star Online. That carried for a while. I even bought the subscription. Well, I didn't buy, but family bought it. The subscription to the network, so we could actually play it online. It was pretty cool.
But yep.
I still remember one of the jokes that get poked about the Dreamcast is they never could play DVDs when that was like the height of the DVD era.
Right.
Because we still had VHSs and everything, but DVDs were flying high. Everybody had them.
And you think that 3D effects chip, if it does a lot of PC games, that means probably FMVs would look good on it.
It probably would have. Despite the fact that everything had DVDs, it started to have DVD support. It also required, in some cases, a different lens or additional software. And Sony already had that level of software and tech to just slide it into their own stuff.
Yeah, like
Sega wasn't running around making. Sony wasn't running around making. Sega wasn't running around making DVD players.
Yeah, the PS2 is still 2 years out.
Yeah, that's just at the height of the PS1.
Kite, what do you think of the Sega Black Belt?
I just think it's a little bit bulkier version, a more squared version than the Dreamcast was. It didn't look like it was gonna fly, but I don't know. It looked like something that it may perform, but I'm also worried of the implications of how how it will sell, and how well will it perform versus the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Because there have been some issues arising. One of which is the cooling issue. That was the big issue that they had when it came to that. When it came to with the fan and the cooling, but everything was really good across the board. You just need to keep the Dreamcast in a nice cool place to keep it from overcooking.
I've heard of a lot of people like on consoles that had, like, if their console were to overheat, what they would start doing is get like some of those more compact kind of industrial fans, the small ones that you use in small workplaces and everything.
Yeah.
And they would put them under, like, they'd take the bottom plate off and then basically kind of like a heat sink, just have it pull all the hot air out of there and just have the exhaust for the fan funnel out of a window and everything, kind of like a dryer and everything. I was like, that's actually pretty ingenious.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
it's got ups and downs.
I'm of the belief if it works, it's not stupid.
But yeah, Sega America allegedly had the better products, but they had the worse reputation thanks to previous decisions. It's like, I guess you don't cross their mascot. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, kind of fucked up how corporate gaming works.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I decided to put this at the front of the show because Grandpa Slug needs his naps, so it's about time. So.
Yeah, give him his pudding and get his bed ready, and he'll be happy.
All right, y'all ready to talk about some modern day BS?
Let's go.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the thumbnails are playing on an image scroller for the people watching the YouTube video, but and I usually send them to my dear friends here to try to guess what's going on. Some vague, some need some more context. Basically, you can try to guess the context before I get into it. Now this one, I'm just gonna throw in one of the simple ones because I couldn't really think of a good thumbnail. Here we go. That is one that's been coming up a lot lately.
Old school X-Men surfing or pool party.
I think I know this one. It's one of two potentials.
Yep.
Either if it's game related, it's probably related to Marvel Rivals. They're probably bringing more of the cast from the X-Men, or there's going to be an adaptation of X-Men '97. So that's my two guesses.
Or an X-Men dating sim. Because, every fucking game these days is getting a dating sim.
Okay. So you're for the most part right. But yeah, what are some of the things you see here? Yeah. What they wearing?
Suits.
Okay.
Summer wear.
Okay, so
Dragon didn't get a chance to guess.
oh, I didn't say exactly what it is yet. So. Cool.
Right?
Are they there? They vanish on us?
No, I'm here. It's just something wrong with the mic. What's up?
Oh, I'm so saying, so you can figure out what's up with this pick, like what we're gonna be talking about here. Yeah. They're pretty close. Or they see the guest half of it. But
Jesus, this again. Oh my God. Ugh.
yeah.
X-Men / Marvel Death Beach Volleyball.
Sorry, Marvel Rivals it is, yeah. And there's technically 5 topics in one. Which I was able to put actually not 2 of them aren't on here. But so basically Marvel Rivals has come up 5 times in the last couple of months.
Yeah, they've been busy.
Yeah, with people bitching about their skins and stuff and characters.
Yep.
For which one obvious, essentially they're doing a swimwear bikini line for costumes. It's like okay, now at first I talked to the coincidence with like the Invisible Sue Storm costume and whatnot, and everyone's got cake, but no, they are purposely being a lewd game. They're targeting horny gamers. And they're doing this on purpose now, because it's not even summer yet. But but it's like they're already unloading like bathing suit skins.
I mean, it's getting close. Like over here in Texas, it's like 80, 90 degrees daily. So it's not uncommon to see people. If they have a pool in their backyard and everything, go out sunning or playing in the pool and everything. But that's over here in Texas.
Yeah, and so yeah, it's games for the horn dogs. And then let's see here. Can't remember what this one was, but then people are also bitching about and this was justified, a $25 Doctor Strange skin that seems very lazy. So yeah, this evil skin with all these like animate arms and like the loading screens and whatnot. But when you get to the actual gameplay, all the cool ghostly animate arms are gone. He just kind of looks like it's just like a simple goth looking skin, not worth $25 on its own, which is like half the fucking game. Right. And then on top of that, with the release of Emma Frost. We're like, what's with all the fucking people? Are like, what's with all the fucking blondes? And not to mention, blondes wearing white and blue. Like literally, you put Emma Frost up to a Invisible Woman and Dagger, and they look like sisters, like triplets. But so lack of diversity.
They're falling into the problem of skin design and how to make characters distinguishable. And that's something that Team Fortress 2 did very well, because you have distinct shape for characters, but now you have 3 characters that kind of have similar roles and in this case similar shapes and similar roles, being like, oh, I need to approach this person this way. No, I get absolutely mutilated because I got close when I shouldn't have, and vice versa.
Yeah, their silhouettes look the same, and people are playing when you're playing the game at quick glance, you can't tell who it is with all the action going on.
Yeah, it's the costumes and everything. I don't mind them so much, but like because it's one of those, you gotta have twitch reflexes and everything, and if you see, blonde hair and everything, your mind runs through the roster real quick. It's like, oh, okay, that's Sue Storm. You run up to her. Nope, it's Emma Frost. Well, I'm fucked.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I guess someone over in what Eddie's has a blonde fetish. But and I guess not for too wrong with that. But still, what's with the white and blue costumes as well? Like, come on.
Well,
Yeah.
I understand the Fantastic Four
Yeah.
white and blue. I can get that one. And, and Emma Frost, unfortunately, her theme is white, straight up. That's for most of her costumes back in the day had white. Uh, they probably could have gone a little more out of the way and maybe add like a bigger, stronger diamond motif to her. That way, it's a little
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
sticks out a little more, so she looks like more jagged
Yeah.
angles and so forth. Maybe that would have made her a little more indistinguishable.
And even Luna
But
Snow has
yeah,
a little
yeah.
white and blue on her. So
It's-
I would have gone with like a darker blue.
yeah. So yeah.
Not so much where it's like looks like a sapphire or anything, where it still has that kind of the diamond feel to it.
Yeah. But they could have released her later, or if they're not going to be diverse with the skin and hair colors, at least they'll be diverse with the costume colors.
I'm still kind of waiting for Beast
Huh.
because I want to see what he's going to be like. Because
Yeah.
I kind of hope he's a DPS. Because as much as I love playing, Venom and the Hulk, it does get a little bit tiring playing tanks. As much as I love playing tanks, I'm like, I need a big boy who's a DPS.
Speaking of Venom, yeah, they are also putting an official patch, basically increasing all the males' butt sizes.
no.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
This is real.
I call
Oh, boy.
shenanigans.
Oh boy.
So, yeah,
I call shenanigans. You
equal
have to show me
opportunity
this.
lewdness. We
Yeah.
already got a Venom twerking emote now.
Yeah, and there's like a orange safety or orange safety color Venom skin that is about as hard to look at as looking at the sun. And I've seen teams where like it was like when the mode where you could all play the same character,
Oh no.
and both teams were all Venom, and they all just gathered around the combat zone, and they all just twerked, and I'm just like. I was like, okay, at least they're bringing the community together.
Yeah.
It's dumb as hell, but I was like,
Let's touch butts.
they're all having fun. I mean, they ain't hurting anybody. I say go for it. It's the dumbest thing I've seen, but I'm like, I can't stop laughing.
Alrighty. I'll stick with Overwatch, thank you. But y'all have fun. Alright, on to our next one. Okay, this is kind of all of our regulars.
Until Dawn, I'm seeing Prado movies, game movies.
Yep, basically our usual game movie, saying. It's really, game movies actually kind of blown up again, like for real. That's what I was thinking of, also doing like kind of like a game movie club, onto the segment as well. Yeah.
We can try to hammer the details out on that one.
Yeah. Like, essentially, like, and every week we can just do like one movie and then we'll put it on a tier list. But yeah.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah, and so we got 5 movie newses. I guess we'll start from the left and go right.
Yeah.
Alright, so, the Until Dawn movie dropped, which I was shocked that I even got a movie. And it completely didn't follow the story at all.
Nope, not one bit.
Not one bit. It's literally it's Until Dawn and Dame only.
Shame.
Did they even keep the characters?
I don't know. I haven't watched it personally. I just know I know about the plot synopsis. The plot. But I like the concept. It just should have been something else. Or basically, it's kind of like a not time travel, but like time loop type of story.
Yeah, like Looper.
Yeah, where these are survivors, quote, they keep constantly getting killed and then coming back. Basically, they gotta try to survive until dawn. And but also when they keep coming back, it's a different type of horror, like the like the butterfly effect. So it could be like a ghost killing him, and in one, or it's some slasher killer or a monster in the next one.
How
Scenario.
did they think this was gonna work?
Yeah, I know it's on until consistent.
Until consistent.
Even
Hey, at least they're attempting. I'd rather them attempt to figure out what works and what doesn't work for video game movies. The unfortunate success of the Minecraft movie is gonna send them such mixed messages.
Oh God, don't even remind me of the fucking Minecraft movie.
Yeah, please
I'm
don't.
gonna have to, but
Damn it.
yeah.
Guess there's news about that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll plow through that one as quick as we can.
Pissed me off too. But yeah, it's kind of weird how it's like a coin flip on how like they try to follow or not follow the movie plots. I was reading talking about the Assassin's Creed movie. Like if they could have followed the plot of the first game, it would have been fine.
They would have made bank.
Yeah.
Probably.
But let's see here. Until Dawn, it's like I think so. There was a little bit of a controversy with that first game, because from the Native American community about the whole Wendigo subject. But
Yeah.
it's pretty sensitive. But because I could see them trying to take out because the setting was really great. But yeah, I mean, I'll eventually watch it. But yeah, it's
I mean, the problem with the natives with the whole Wendigo subject, the problem is the Wendigo is a very popular cryptid.
Yeah.
There's going to be media made about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's like, I think it's kind of like, hey, Indian folk, deal with it, but they're not, got the balls to take that step,
Nope.
But yeah,
it's like one of these things. Like every culture has their own cryptids and everything, and cryptids are a very popular thing. It's gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
As much as I hate to say it, it is an inevitability that your cryptids tied to your faith or creed or regionality or they're going to get media made out of it, be it video games, movies, books, TV shows.
Yeah.
If it hasn't happened yet, it's going to happen.
Like I said, I'm a Satanist, and I can tell you, the Exorcist movies aren't accurate.
No.
Saying. What's up?
Who did you say is the origin of the Wendigo?
So apparently Native American. They're the ones that make the fuss.
Okay, I thought somebody said something else earlier. I was like, wait a minute, that ain't right. My brain hit a whole truckload of stop.
Yeah. Let's see here. Speaking of what might not be right, God of War. See, I think it's good. It's good to get a live action show.
Yeah, I heard that they're gonna go with the Norse version.
The one with
probably and completely skip the Greeks.
I mean, the Greek one is literally going to be history. You cannot make that a movie where there's a happy ending. He's not going to get his family back.
Not every movie needs a happy ending.
Yes, but they're not going to sell you on a sad outro ending. Even the God of War's games felt like you accomplished something, but if you do that to a movie, people are going to throw a fit.
I mean, they can't. It can be done, and it has been done. I mean, look at Infinity War.
But you knew there was a sequel.
You can always pay to find out. Let's see. Plus, I don't think they would have the balls to do the Greek saga anyway. Maybe this was 10 years earlier.
Maybe.
But the biggest controversy here is that the God of War showrunner, he says, "Yeah, I'm not a gamer." So now we're nervous.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a gamer to write a good story.
I agree, but at least become familiar with the source material.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then
it's like the damn Friday Goes to Hell movie. The two guys who did that, directed that movie, they never saw a Jason movie prior, and it obviously showed. And then we got what looks like the new co-op game. I can't remember the name of it.
Split Fiction.
Split Fiction. Thank you. Wait, that's getting a movie?
Yep.
Weird.
Oh boy.
It hasn't even been out that long,
No.
has it?
So, not only was it like a surprise hit, because like a lot of people were like, oh, this is gonna be some feminist bullshit, but it was like a fucking like shocking success, and not even a week, they were like, oh, we're gonna make a movie.
I think that's putting the cart before the horse a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. There is good news to this particular story.
Ooh, do elaborate.
The adaptation from is going to be is done by the same person, John M. Chu. You know, the person behind Deadpool and Wolverine writers.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
So we have a really good writer for a
so we
pretty
gotta-
good story, because Split Fiction, from everything I've heard from it, because I'm trying to avoid spoilers, is a really good, fun story from a lot of people, and people enjoy the game. So we have a good writer. We're gonna have a good good actress, and a good story. Could be good. Mind you, it feels like it's rushed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying they're putting the cart before the horse, because, like, this game, I don't even think it's been out two months yet.
I can imagine me like, okay, please explain what your project's about. Okay, well, it takes place in. I'll buy it. Oh, okay.
It's just like, let the game grow a little bit before.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I guess because this was made by the It Takes Two people who won Game of the freaking Year. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of agree with Punky. I think it might be just a smidge rushed.
Yeah.
But I have heard nothing but good things about it.
This is also by the people who did A Way Out.
I'm also looking for someone to play this game with in the future. Just saying.
Wait, do you own a copy of it?
Not yet. I want to not put the cart before the horse and buy it. Like, I have no one interested, so I'm waiting.
I want to play it, and I know that friend can play for free.
Yeah.
I also want to play it from the owned perspective as well. So yeah, I'm down for either or.
Want to go halvesies on it?
As soon as I get Twitch Pay, that sounds like a great idea, actually.
Okay, yeah, hit me up. We'll buy you a
It
copy,
sounds like
give me the friend pass. We'll have some fun.
Oh, me get it and friend pass you?
Yeah.
That could be really fun.
Yeah. Okay, and then looks like the Tomb Raider TV show might be getting canceled.
Any particular reason why, or just no reason?
Amazon.
Say no more.
Yeah, people are already not so crazy because it's going to be created by Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
I don't know who that is.
The chick that's supposedly destroyed Indiana Jones. But
is she the reason why we have a crystal skull?
No, I
have to ask.
Dial of Destiny.
I never watched that one. That's another one on my list.
I liked it. And I like Phoebe Waller-Bridge. So I was excited for this. But it looks like that's getting canceled because a lot of it to do with Amazon just having too many L's. Especially like them burning money on the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power.
Yeah, Rings of Power.
The Hot and Cold with the Warhammer series. And yeah, I think they're losing too much money. So that one may be getting dropped, especially since it's not got a lot of positive fan reception. Okay. Let's see. Technically, there's one I forgot to put on here. Yeah, Last of Us 2 is, I guess, doing so-so. Like, it's made, it's... I say, like, its debut got, like more numbers than the freaking first season, and that was, like, award. And then...
I've heard bad things about it. Mainly about the numbers dropping after a particular scene happens in the second game.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it happened.
And from what I've seen, then the viewership just fell through the roof.
Yeah, because it's like, it's like y'all knew this was gonna happen, but then The Last of Us, it probably got the season 1 probably got a lot of viewers just who aren't even gamers, because you see this show on they're probably HBO fans, and you see the show, and it's very good, and they probably really like the character of Joel, so
Yeah.
they're probably just as confused and pissed. So yeah, but and I was kind of just was really unsure if I was gonna watch just because they nerfed Abby's muscles, but I just couldn't find a buff actress to do it. I think yeah, it's like they exist. I know someone actually cosplays as Abby, but she ain't no actor. So, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But I'll probably maybe I'll wait till the season ends or something. But put down the movie club. Now for Minecraft. So
Oh boy.
$500 million.
It was a success.
Yeah, and Jack Black was actually kind of put off at the beginning because there was like some backlash before it came out, but I think just because the little kids it made dumb money. So I got kind of like that Mario movie. It wasn't well written, but it made dumb money.
Yep. Well, that and all the people, flink by like in the big major cities where you could buy the really big, basically the trash bags of popcorn.
Yeah.
Whenever the chicken jockey would come up on screen, everybody would throw popcorn, make a huge mess, and then they'd cut the movie right there and kick everybody out of the theater, not give refunds,
Oh,
and you're
good, as they should. That's what I was going to complain about. It's one, you're making a huge ass mess, but two,
threw a freaking live chicken across the freaking theater.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Are you
freaking
serious? They brought a live chicken into the damn thing.
Yeah,
and body slammed an employee in the process. I saw all of it. I said,
hell.
Yeah.
I'm too sober for this.
I didn't even know about the body slamming part, but
Me
fuck.
Me, as someone who's raised chickens, this is just animal cruelty. You're traumatizing that fucking chicken. All those screaming voices and they're throwing popcorn at that chicken.
I feel sorry for that poor chicken.
Yeah.
I do too. And I feel bad for the employees who have to go and clean up all that mess. Hopefully they were able to easily clean it up with a vacuum and everything, because popcorn, while not really sticky, it can make a mess.
I gotta change that
It's
back.
that's not even the tip of the iceberg of the problems.
Oh, keep going.
If you have to clean up an auditorium, it's not the popcorn that's the problem. It is the popcorn, the soda, the caramel on the popcorn, the butter on the popcorn. Those theaters are trashed.
Oh my god! And the nacho with the goat cheese.
Oh god!
This is unrestricted food disasters being thrown just because it's some sort of TikTok trend that people want to be a part of. It got so bad that Jack Black went out and made a statement about it.
I remember him saying.
And in their infinite wisdom, the director behind the movie said, "No, it's all right. People are just being people." In their just infinite wisdom, just absolute smartest man.
Don't you have to keep on Earth for evil?
I've seen people I've seen screenshots from theaters right before the movie scenes starts. It says, "Yes, the chicken jockey scene is in this movie, and no, please do not throw any food or anything around, and do not make a mess." I saw 5 or 6 different screenshots with basically the same wording on different theaters, and I'm like, motherfucker, we can't just. I wish TikTok would have got banned, because if that.
I agree.
Yeah.
If it wasn't on TikTok, it would have been another easily read through social media. It doesn't matter what it was on. It was the fact that it's just there. Yeah. And people don't know how to raise their...
People don't raise their kids no more.
But yeah, I was gonna say, I was trying not to swear like there's no tomorrow on this. People don't know how to raise their kids.
They've gotten lazy.
These teenagers are, because it was mostly teenagers that start this crap. It's teenagers who have not heard what repercussions really truly is. Don't know what the
right.
Yeah, as much as we'd like to go further into this, and I'm pretty sure we can talk for many hours to Scotland about it, but I think we're getting a little off topic here.
No. We always talk off topic, but
fair enough.
It's all good. Can you imagine just some guy with a trash bag full of popcorn, he stands up, and then it's just then we get that little saying the scene's in there, but don't do it, and he just sits back there going, "Aw."
Also, can you imagine how much money you're wasting just doing that?
Yeah.
Like getting that big bag of popcorn, that can't be cheap.
Yeah, I try to avoid the popcorn in theaters
Actually,
because
mine.
not only it's expensive, but I don't see the point. Like, oh, you cannot bring outside food or drink. I have a condition that I would require at least some water. And last I checked, movie theaters don't have water. They only have those crappy water fountains. I have to
Ours has the
bring
bottles, but yeah, you gotta pay a couple bucks.
I don't want to buy their bottle of water, which is twice the amount of what I can get, which is for free.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that better anyway.
How do those guys sneak in fucking garbage bags full of popcorn in?
Garbage bag.
No,
Because you can open exit doors and just
Right.
let people in.
well, that and some theaters would sell that much popcorn for you know, you have to. I guess you have to have like a membership to be able to buy it or something.
It's like, you look really fat. Want to buy some extra popcorn?
It's more these moms and pop places that still have these old, you want a big old pack of popcorn for all your friends and all that.
And it's like paying for a dinner, but it's an unhealthy snack.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I could see it be worth it if you go with like a bunch of your buddies,
and they're paying for it.
Yeah, everybody chips in for it. Then I see it worth it.
Exactly.
But if it's just you by yourself, or you on a date, no, just get a deal of nachos and call it good.
Yeah.
Or just eat before the movie theater. Eat a big meal.
Oh, that's what I would do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my movie theater, it's a little made an unwise decision to set next to a buffet.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So.
Ooh.
I mean, that's actually kind of a genius move.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
You could eat before or after the movie. Bam.
Yeah. There you go. You save money.
That's a brilliant idea.
Oh yeah, because a buffet like only $14, which is like what, a large Coke and a popcorn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'll take a big jumbo slice of pizza that's not in the movie theater. That's much cheaper than that.
But anyways, chicken jockey, more like #chicken justice.
Chicken justice, yes, please.
There has been kids that weren't even in their teens yet, already now permanently banned from the theaters. There's been teenagers who have had now have police records because they have destruction of property.
Good.
Yeah.
Their actions deserve consequences.
I thought it was bad for farting in the theater, but damn.
Yeah.
Wait, you fart in the movie theater?
Oh yeah, because they would have these in the hallway between our theater. They would have these plastic benches which reverberates. When you and so I basically turned that place into an echo, and my friend's like, "You are embarrassing me here."
Oh, good on Megaplex. Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, on to our next one, and I think it's the fourth time I actually had to recycle this particular thumbnail. So it's got the record. But the good news is it's our dear old Grandpa Slug.
Oh no! What did they do now?
I like the warmth that the fire brings.
Okay, Grandpa, we still love you, but get away from the fire before you catch on fire yourself.
They asked for
I like the burn
more
money.
Oh God, how much do they burn now, Tilly?
So, Buck Concord has the most expensive game ever released. Star Citizen has now raised over the years of fan funding $800 million.
No.
No.
Yes.
That's amazingly hilarious because that's $800 million.
This game's been in development for what, 10 years now?
Over, but I think, yeah, they spent all that. So
on what? Cocaine and hookers?
Possibly. Like people who bought the special edition $1,000 airship that's obsolete. You gotta buy another one.
A generalist starter pack is $60. Comes with 6 months of insurance, a self-land hangar, and 1,000 of the in-game currency. What?
Oh no! Like me and Tilly looked one time. Like what was it, like 200 grand is like the big ticket item, Tilly?
I think it got
Yeah.
bigger because you can't see certain things unless you've bought certain levels of stuff in the store.
Yeah, well, let me rephrase that. That's the biggest that you can find on the store without paying into it. I was like, 200 grand? I could buy several cars.
Hold on. I'm looking it up now. The most expensive ship in.
Why do that?
Whoa! Whoa! It's about as much as a brand new truck.
Yeah.
At 48,000.
And bear in mind, this is a digital item in a video game. Just saying.
Yeah.
But that's for a movie.
It's a pack too. Oh my god.
Oh, this is the movie that actually I made a noise in. It was that movie.
That face right there, that's
Yeah.
a handsome lad.
Yeah. But good lord, it starts this in the game that keeps on taking your money.
If that game never comes out, I hope that every backer sues them.
I think allegedly an alpha is dropping this year, but everyone's worried about GTA 6, so it might come out next year.
I'll believe that when I see it.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I can install it. We can't drink.
It's like if I don't see it on Steam, I'm not gonna believe it exists until then.
Wait, they have another. Wait, there's a second game attached to their studio.
What is it?
Squadron 42.
Why have I heard that game before? I swear I've heard of that game before.
Because I went to the store on Robert's Space Industry, and I was like, wait a minute, this is not a game. Squadron 42. Become the hero of a seamless single-player cinema adventure. A store, I repeat, for a single-player game? Is that what I'm reading here? Is that what I'm jiving with?
Fucking gross.
Launches next year.
Wait, Squadron 42 launches next year?
That's what it said. Assuming it's built on their.
I just saw it on their wiki. Squadron 42 has announced as a feature complete at CitizenCon on October 22nd, 2023. During CitizenCon 2024, the release date was announced to be in 2026. Oh my god.
The gods can't save us now.
The gods have abandoned us.
It's
just
I can't see that now.
I'm convinced we live in the worst timeline.
Actually, yeah, this next topic kind of follows up with that, like perfectly almost.
Oh dear gods, what now? Wait, what's going on with Steam?
This was a little vague, so try to put your brain on it.
Okay, Steam with 58 gold coins, which I'm assuming is a currency. We got Moneybag Slug Wizard over here.
Wait, have they undone their policy about cryptocurrency?
No. I bet I should have used the gold coin, but I didn't.
That's why that's why I thought, because you used the gold coin.
Although he is kind of on point with the whole special currency. So apparently now 58% of PC gamers have succumbed to microtransactions. Which means
I believe it.
the vast majority of us gamers now have pretty much we're not fighting a good fight. We're not standing on our principles. No, we're buying your skins and your battle passes and your resources. It's basically we've lost a battle. Yeah, us pure old school gamers have lost. So now all we really can do is just kind of warn you, from the ones that are like more predatory than others.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of fits with the start of the saying, because they're just sinking money into these digital goods.
Okay, so what's Steam's new stance on this? Or any particular stance on it?
I just know a majority of these microtransactions are happening on Steam. So.
Oh.
It's
it's a big platform.
PC gamer, but yeah. still, it's like normally you'd have to go. It's like like the Android, the iOS store or something for these kind of games. Or people like Genshin used to have its own launcher. But now you can just get it installed on Steam. I think.
Well, yeah, but that does allow an easier way of from transaction to product. Because to be fair, when I bought stuff back when I used when I played Guild Wars 2, I wasn't a super big fan of just having to go through one a website to do all my transactions. I'd like the receipts that that Steam brought to the table.
Yeah.
I mean, it was convenience, yeah, because it compiles everything into one spot. But
But I'm just saying,
yeah, some of these.
Yeah, like we're 2/3, all about the microtransactions nowadays.
And to be fair, if their analytics is anybody who's done a microtransaction, that also means a $2 transaction, and then no other transactions on the account has ever happened would probably still count towards their analytics.
Possibly.
You gotta buy your in-game currency in order to buy resources.
So that's potentially a slightly inflated number because it's probably literally tracking everybody who's ever made a microtransactional purchase, even if it's just one time over.
Still,
even certain games where like a really nasty example is Capcom's Monster Hunter series. You have to buy extra re-rolls for you if you want to change your character again after your first free one.
Right.
So that's an example of one, maybe potentially a one-time purchase, or it might accidentally also include those even if they are free. So again, I would not trust the analytics unless it was like they knew what they were chiseling at and taking out.
Honestly, I don't think that a feature should have to come with a price tag.
Well, yeah, but that's not the point of
I know. I'm just saying, as I personally don't think something that minuscule should not come with a price tag.
I agree, and they give you a free through the story. They give you another free one later, so it's not like you're hurting for re-rolls to make your character look different.
But on principle, that number should not be up as high as 58%, regardless.
Yeah.
Like maybe like 25% of y'all, 30% of y'all should be doing that, but keep it in the minimum. But...
I don't believe it's. I don't believe it's that high. I literally think it's just flagging any account that's done a single microtransaction, even if it's if it's like I'm trying to think of a really good the example I previously gave was like these linchpin problems. Making me look at my Steam account, what I bought.
And similar new situation, I kind of got I stop in playing these gacha games because I hit the wall. I just think you just hit the wall, and your progress slows and it takes forever to level. And you literally have to keep throwing money at the problem. Like I was trying to get into Warhammer Tacticus, and I even bought the Ultimate Premium Battle Pass for like $25 a month. And it's still like after like a day, you gotta level up so much until you hit a fucking wall again.
Yep.
It's like I just want to get to the end of the game of the content. But whether it's Genshin or Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, it's just keep hitting the wall, and I just want to get the end credits already.
Yeah, I want to go through the campaign, and then after that, then I'll probably I might do some more, but. Yeah, let me go through the campaign first, dude.
Yeah, it's like so far the only gacha game I think I like. It's like a different beast, Azure Lane. What's up? What's up, Kite?
Got the just the Genshin whole thing is laughable right now.
Yeah.
Extremely laughable.
And that's what I think is the utter issue with their analytics is it's if they've let certain games that have big microtransaction issues. Look at you, Fantasy Star Online. Don't get me wrong, I like Fantasy Star Online. I love it, but man, they really will nickel and dime you some here and there for cosmetics.
Oh, yeah.
Boy.
I kind of see because it's like the only one's like completely free, even all the expansions, like no pass. So it's like, okay, where's the bottom line here? Like, yeah, because like even like other online games that don't have subscriptions have battle passes. Yeah, so like seasonal passes and stuff. So, the fact that Fantasy Star Online had neither a pass or a subscription, yeah, so I figured something's got to be up.
Yeah, something's up.
Storyline was great, but unfortunately, microtransaction.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. On the shitty gamers now.
Bless you.
Thank you. What's going on in the world of the Pokemans?
This is new.
Yeah, they're actually a couple months old. But I kind of want to comment on this one. Let's see. So, any guesses?
Something about no girls allowed, and I guess a new Pokemon game.
Did they? Oh no! Did they kick out Chikorita from the 3 of the new game? I think the new game had Chikorita was like the odd man out.
Yeah. Yep.
Did they kick her out
No,
of the lineup?
They didn't kick her, but you pretty much you're on the topic here. So essentially, when the new game was announced, the misogynists all came out of the woods. And pretty much they were like, Chikorita's way too girly and stuff, and
Oh, seriously?
and they're and then when girl gamers were firing back, then the dudes were like, it was originally made on the game Boy, like, oh my god, the amateur misogynists. Is like essentially there's Dogpaw Chikorita and saying no girls allowed. How they even add girls into like the third gen, I think, or whatever. But yeah, it just brought out some ugly people. And so yeah, poor Chikorita.
Man, why are we giving them a voice there?
Yeah.
Let's not give them a voice for them. Wait. Grow up. That's my final answer. Grow up.
I just never was a big fan of Chikorita because I didn't like the grass starter in the second generation. I went with Totodile.
Totodile, yeah. Poor Chikorita.
I didn't start using I didn't have a grass starter until Diamond.
But if they had their way, it'd be like Bulbasaur or some manly Pokemon. But yeah, apparently, yeah, because these are probably the same people who when Scarlet Violet came out, were like, yeah, I can't wink my dick to these character designs. It's like, dude, grow fuck up.
Ugh.
Yeah. Okay, now.
Not the words I expected from.
Like, I actually got that post. I'll send you that if you want. Like, I'm not. I've got the quotes. So.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm really hoping that they take a spin on it and maybe let's talk something about positive about it. I'm hoping that the starters get like a twist.
Yeah.
And maybe there's
nice.
like alternate like evolutionary lines being added, because that'd be kind of cool.
Honestly, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, like a new twist on the older starters. I think that would be very unique and needed.
It's still kind of weird. Go ahead.
It's still such a weird lineup: Chikorita, Topig, and Totodile.
Yeah.
I know they're like I know the Totodile was not like exactly slammed on, so I was like, okay, that's a weird choice. Everybody likes Totodile, and Topig is okay. He had no really strong longevity game wise, and you have Chikorita, which explains there's like, hey, here's the misfits. Like, no, they're not. That's a misfit. That's one a lot of people picked, and that one is just is a pig, and it was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I heard, Chikorita, like in the game, as far as moves and stats, wasn't all that strong, even fully evolved. Like, I try to play with my favorite Pokemon whenever I make a team, but at the same time, I'm not going to go in with a team full of Cubones, as much as I love them.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got my starters mixed up. The Chikorita and Totodile are from the same set. Tepig is the odd man out.
Yeah, Tepig is the different one.
It brings up even more weird questions. So what was this group choice was?
Yeah, why not have Cyndaquil?
Yeah. Like, why 2 Gen 2s?
I would have been okay with like 3 different gen choices.
Yes.
That would
Yeah,
have been
me
kind of
too.
a cool idea.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what's going on there.
I have no idea.
But like I said, the fact that they just singled out Chikorita just for being girly.
Oh, and let me pull up those images she sent me. Oh my, what?
What?
These are translations. Oh my god, hold on. Ooh.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure, like I said, same guys. Gotta be.
God, that is.
Speaking of a topic that's gotten very ugly over the last year. Like Tito, we're talking about it again, but
Oh god,
it's officially the ending. I don't think we have to talk about it anymore.
This is the.
Yeah. I'm glad that this series or that this story is finally getting a close to the chapters.
Assassin's Creed Shadows is finally over. Literally, the controversies like every other fucking month. Yeah.
Oh,
jeez. And
so
Ubisoft cannot pull their head out of their ass.
What did they? I guess mess up on.
What didn't they mess up on is a better question.
Recently, man. You understand what we're talking about. We're on a podcast trying to talk about the current issues.
Oh man, I mean, because you had the shrine debacle. You had is Yosuke ended up being a real samurai. The whole putting the historic figure in there.
Shrine debacle? Okay, that one's a new one.
Apparently, it's very faux pas to break shit in like Japanese shrines, and the fact that you're originally allowed to do that in the game. Japan was kind of miffed about it. So they had to patch it out, so now you can't do any damage to the shrine stuff. But yeah, like too many like things to list.
One of the big ones that they were really mad about was I forget her name. The man who killed Nobunaga.
Oh.
His wife. She was fiercely faithful to him, and they made Yosuke's quote unquote in canon romance be with her.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, Japanese were not happy about that. They're like, how dare you do this?
That's like their first lady. Oh man.
That's a little. What's the word I'm looking for? Culture blind.
Yeah.
The whole development cycle was culture blind.
Yeah, the whole thing was wrong. Like they had watermelon in season with cherry blossoms when they are harvested, whenever they bloom at completely different times of the year.
Oh yeah, and they're like, oh, this is the most historically accurate Assassin's Creed game yet. Holy shit, and it's not. And half was done by AI.
And the bad thing is, from what I've heard, watermelon wasn't even in Japan at that time.
Oh man.
So, yeah, it was just like, y'all did nothing right with this game, and apparently they made it where it was like the game itself would basically play for you.
For what I can tell you about what the game, because basically this is very, first off, they also pushed this game back to like the last possible second. And so the game it came out finally, and of course it sold well. It's actually the third highest selling Assassin's Creed game.
Really?
Yeah. But I would say this game is extremely mid. Like now I'm starting to tell people, I liked Odyssey, but I'm trying to tell people just play up until they reboot the series. So just play up through Syndicate. Because back in those older Assassin's Creed games, you'd have maybe what 10 people you're supposed to assassinate, and they would have this dramatic scene where they'd hold them as they're dying and stuff, and
Yep.
and stuff. Now it's you have 70 people to kill, and it's just very lifeless. Just okay, you're in a new area. Here's 10 new targets.
Yeah, it was like whenever I played Valhalla and everything, it gave me. I was like, oh, here's the list of, Templars you have to kill.
Yeah.
It was about 50 fucking people. I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it's I kind of want a game that's the last 300 hours. Was that Monkey?
I originally I just learned which branch of which branch did this particular game. It was Ubisoft Quebec. Explains it. That's spicy. Ubisoft Quebec is known for rubbing everybody the wrong way when they want to.
Yeah.
And also the two characters is kind of dumb. I guess I was more excited about the female character because she actually swung around and played like an assassin, and she's kind of fun because you got all the assassin tools. But the problem is Yosuke completely undermines her gameplay. Because while she is the real Assassin's Creed experience, he's easy mode. Literally, he's so strong. He can knock down barricade doors and just mow through people in combat with ease. Whereas she dies in 2 hits. Yeah, it's just a very drawn out mid Assassin's Creed experience. And the reason why Elon's there is because he was I think he said some bullshit sellouts or something too unbelievable or whatever. And Assassin's Creed, their Twitter account fired back is that what the guy who played your Path of Exile told you?
Apparently, the final song, the background music, and for Yasuke in the final fight, because you complete about 75% of the game with Naoe and not touch Yasuke, but finish the game you have to play as Sasuke.
Yeah.
Or Yasuke.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a song going with Japanese music in the background, but with Swahili chanting that translates to "We will slaughter them."
Not to mention they originally had rap songs in the game.
Originally it was Japanese instruments, appropriate for the time, but they mixed it with hip hop music.
Yeah, he's clearly black, so he's got to have hip hop.
Again, that's a very burning hot topic. It is not unusual for us to have that. We've had that in anime. It's not that much of a stretch. And we've had some amazing opening OPs because of that hybridization. The stigma and the problem of the situation is it was Ubisoft Quebec taking culture, slamming it over the head multiple times that got the problem of everybody's nitpicking every piece and part of it and not seeing that the smoke and mirrored the small bits so people would see it all and everyone would be like, oh yeah, you're just mad because there's rap lyrics with Japanese instruments, but you're not seeing the fact that the Nobunaga thing is a bigger issue, or the shrine. I don't mind the shrine destruction. That's kind of just par for the course because other Assassin's Creed locations didn't have that same issue, but they should have probably did a little bit more research when it came to Japan. They're a lot more strict about their ideology and religion and all that fun stuff. So it would have been easier to just go, okay, we can stop this here and this here. We don't have to run this, and this. It's not that big of a deal.
And they also basically lifted the banners from a reenactment group and basically try to claim it as their own. And the guys found out about it, like, this ain't flying. So they patched it out of the game, but they said they couldn't do anything with the physical collector's editions that the books were already printed in.
Yeah, and more culture war tone deafness. There basically there was so many of right wingers over here in America, like Yosuke was not a real samurai, blah blah blah, and stuff. And Japan themselves, historians were like, yes he was, and then we're like no he wasn't. You're the real racist, and like why are you suing me? Yeah, it's like, oh dear lord. It's like, yeah, right. Punky's right. This game is just so tone deaf and so fixated on the wrong things. When it should have been a video game first, because like back in the day, I don't think Leonardo da Vinci, was helped the assassins in real life.
You get your little gun trick from him.
Yeah, I'm just saying in real life, I don't think that actually happened. Because it was a video game first back then.
They just like, hey, he's a genius. Let's have him make your cool little thing and this little pop out shoot gun on your hand.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Shows that he's a genius, and it means they took the time to appropriate the culture and said, hey, we know he's a genius. Let's show him off being a genius. When it came to Japan, you have a whole plethora of heroes and legends you could have built upon. But you decided, because I'm sorry, I am surprised because you guys have told me today, I have been informed today during this podcast that they decided to hook up Nobuganagas.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It hurts my brain because I'm a huge fan of the Warrior series, and when I started dipping my toes in the shadow, the Samurai Warrior series, I started learning about that pile of culture, and I went, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And
well,
then,
it was Ikechi Matsuhide. That it was his wife that they had Yasuke hook up with, because that was the man who killed Nobunaga. And they had Matsuhide's wife hook up with Yasuke as the in-canon romance.
But yeah, like I said, they should have made a video game first. Just like, let's just have fun with history, not like let's claim to be the most accurately historic thing ever, and then get everything wrong, and then bicker about it. It should have been a video game first. Man, yeah.
It was just...
Yeah.
It was a dumpster fire and a half.
That'd be like playing a sci-fi game starring a white guy, and in the middle of a sci-fi battle, you hear country music. Like, well, he's white, so it's like, you gotta be accurate here to his culture. We're in Mars. But anyways,
if I'm in Mars and I don't hear, and if I'm on Mars and I hear music and it's not Rip and Tear, I'm gonna be upset. I better hear Rip and Tear or BFG Division.
But at least we could say it's finally over. The
Thank
shadow has
the
been
gods.
cast. Yeah. And just a quick Ubisoft note, they did get partially bought out by Tencent.
Yes, they did.
Yep.
Oh.
It is a partial takeover, so, because, they underperformed so badly, because they put a lot in Star Wars Outlaws, and that underperformed. It's Defiant didn't work out. All those fucking, what's it called? Like, cryptocurrency games.
Yep. So now Tencent owns 25%, and they're trying to make Ubisoft was trying to make it where they try to make a whole new company out of it with Tencent and try to weasel their way out of this, and Tencent was like, Like, that even Ubisoft shareholders were like, you ain't getting away with this, motherfucker.
Yeah. Failure after failure after failure. Let's see here. Well, on to another topic that we could not avoid.
Oh no.
It's here.
Oh boy.
Kite, are you getting one?
I'm not ready, but okay.
I just love the baby slug looking in. It's like, Mom, can I get one?
Yeah. That's the reason why they're gonna make money, is because those kids are gonna be like, they don't know about principles and stuff. They see new Mario and Donkey Kong, and like, buy me a new Switch too. Yeah.
Oh, we're on the
So-
generation of iPad kids now, dude.
You can still have iPad kids that know what the value of $1 is.
Oh,
It's not the fault of the device if you're not going to willing to be a parent. And I will say this every time we bring this up. So,
Oh, I agree.
caution you.
No.
Parents need to parent. What's up, Tilly?
No, my parents
So-
let the TV raised me, and I'm kind of grateful.
Oh, same
for
here.
it. I have a shitty work ethic because of it. I'm aware of that, but I'm happy that the TV raised me. Anyways,
I love you, TV.
what was that guy? Oh, but since you brought up iPad, I forgot to mention that this, since I am a Resident Evil ambassador, but you can now play Resident Evil 3 Remake on iPhone, iPad, and Mac.
Nice.
So, if you have one of those
What?
platforms, go get it and don't die from Nemesis.
Okay, so
Switch to.
what is this particular imagery? Is it something to do with? So what's up with GameStop and the Switch? Is something leaked or something?
No, this was actually just a big one. It's just we're just talking about the Switch 2 and our reactions to, what it is and its fucking price hikes.
Yeah, it is. It is surprisingly expensive for, and it's
Oh.
not really. It shouldn't surprise a lot of people at this rate because
Nope.
if you look at what the most recent PlayStation price was, it was the
Oh.
same amount.
So
Now, here's the thing: is Nintendo promising the same performance of another competitor? No.
what? Ironically, Cyberpunk 2077, like that poster on it, actually works just fine, no glitches. Yeah. So.
I'm
Yeah.
mad that the apparently the Japanese version is going to be cheaper
Yep.
and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
going to be localized to be Japanese, so that way an American couldn't get it an American couldn't understand it unless they could read Japanese fluently. And one thing, like what they did with Mario Kart, where they said, "Oh, you're gonna get Mario Kart World for $80 dues." Okay, well that's the digital version. The physical version is $90. And then all it is just a little plastic chip you put into the Switch, and it digitally downloads the damn game for you. That, and apparently they're gonna have a tutorial mode that you're gonna have to pay for $10 dues. And I'm like,
That one
Pardon?
sounds a little far fetched.
It's-
That last
uh,
bit sounds a little far fetched.
It's real though.
That's.
it's real.
Can confirm.
Would you be so kind
tutorials.
to
Paid tutorials.
I
Give me
know.
a second. Give me a second.
Okay, you get it.
I got it.
And I forgot to put it on the picture, but you do see AdSpot's games in there. AdSpot saw this price hikes, like, okay, we're upping our prices too. Even on the consoles that have been out for years, they're going up like $100 or something. And they're going to do $80 games as well. They said they're just waiting for someone else to break the dam, and AdSpot is all in on these price hikes. So now we're all just waiting on Sony, like, well, are you gonna do it too? We're basically $80 games are officially here. Fuck's sake. I don't even like spending more than $15 on a game. Yeah.
Like Tilly knows me. I will wait for a sale. I will wait I wait a whole year just before I see a sale for a game that I want to play.
I'm still waiting on Super Mario RPG to go on sale.
Hell, I waited 3 years for Red Dead Redemption to go drop down to $10.
I'm hoping people don't buy a lot of Switch 2s because I'm hoping this is the thing where people say you're not giving us the performance of things that are the same price. The only thing you're trying to lock behind this is your first party IPs. That's the only thing you're locking behind this. Because these are asterisks, and I cannot stress this enough. These are starred, so they might not be what represents 256 gigabyte internal storage, portion of which will be used by the system, expandable with micro SD express cards, which probably, if they did like they did the other handhelds, will have to be Nintendo formatted, and those cost an absolute arm and a leg. But let's see, where is that PlayStation? Let me see.
Yeah, like we're waiting on PlayStation to join the fucking lot. Although it would be such
The
a baller
PlayStation's
move.
already the same price as the Switch right now, so that's why I actually pulled it up
But
as a
games.
comparison.
But would it be
Price wise,
would it be baller?
I don't.
Go on.
I don't see them swinging into that because Sony's been very not wanting to follow in Nintendo's footsteps as often as it has in the past, and it's becoming less and less obvious. They've been doing it less and less over the years.
That's good.
I don't think they'll slide into this little trap. I think it would probably be a huge hindrance because people like easy to buy cheap games that can be there for a while. No one's gonna pay. No one wants to pay $80 for a digital game.
Yeah.
You took out the entire manufacturing distribution requirement by making it digital. That whole portion of thing should be
no more instruction
off
booklets.
the table.
Yep.
And it's just.
Oh yeah, them CEOs, they're making the good money because they don't have to spend shit on production. It would be a baller move if PlayStation actually like, you know what, we're gonna drop our games back down to 60. Yeah.
Yeah, if they could pull off that, like even if they took a hit on how much they would make it back in so much goodwill.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm double checking my numbers here. So I'm looking at storage devices. I mean, technically, you could buy a 4 terabyte hard drive for the for your PlayStation. Did not know that was on the table. I'm trying to find the initial storage.
One on mine.
I'm just trying to find the initial size. That's surprisingly harder than it should have been. Oh, here we go. Oh,
It's just
825 gigabytes. So it is 3 times the size that Nintendo's throwing around, and it has an NVMe slot, which, if anyone's out there who's technically savvy, means you can dump in something even bigger into it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I put a video. It took me a little bit to find that. I couldn't remember what the welcome tour was called, but there was a guy reacting to it. But it does say the game will be available as a paid digital title.
Yeah, I'm not getting that.
Yeah, like we're from the '90s, so it's like we don't even like tutorials in the first place when they first came.
If I want a tutorial something, YouTube it. Or if I want to get a tutorial something, watch it.
We
on
had
YouTube or something. Dailymotion it.
Yeah, game companies. We had instruction manual booklets back then. Put those back into cases. That's
Hell, half of us didn't read the instruction booklets. Half of us just said, "Fuck it, let's figure it out as we go."
Yeah, like
what in the world?
And every
digital tour is gonna cost $10?
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Nintendo has lost supply.
A welcome mat thing that should be on the machine and run from the word yes is gonna be a $10 tutorial.
We told you. It's lit. It's a real thing.
Yeah, I don't take YouTube Shorts lies to me. I went to articles to double check the translation and make sure it wasn't some sort of goofy ass translation. No, it's just that is mind blowing.
Yeah, Nintendo's officially lost the plot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like
this is gonna be their Virtual Boy all over again. This is gonna be the Virtual Boy, so overpriced, so overtuned that everyone's gonna walk away from it. And there's gonna be a few people who buy it, and that most.
So if I wanted to be like, say, like a Nintendo fangirl theme channel, man, I would like have to not only buy all the new accessories that come out, probably buy digital games like every other week. It would be so expensive just to be like a fangirl, like the wave flag here.
Oh no! Someone sat down and did how much it would cost to be a competitive Pokemon player nowadays digitally. The amount of games you have to own and the systems it's over $1,000 just to try to get all the old games. Sorry, to have the old games on release, and then have all the systems that allows you to port forward them, and then as you know, Nintendo in their infinite wisdom are slowly knocking out things to keep you from reaching those, to be able to do those points anymore.
Yep.
He's like, oh yeah, no, you can't bring this character forward because we closed the shop. It's closed. Go back, turn around.
Oh, good lord, yeah. It's like they just don't know what the word goodwill means.
Nope.
Nope.
Let's get on to some Xbox shenanigans. How about that?
From Nintendo fuckery to Xbox fuckery. Let's go. Oh, their little handheld that they're talking about?
Yep.
That could be cool.
Ow, why is Slug biting the fingernail?
They're just, trying to get that
They
from
want
their
it.
handheld. Yep.
I want it. Oh, it's cloud gaming. Never mind. Goodwill shot. Oh,
Well, so
$350 for a cloud gaming device.
So to be clear, this is actually gonna be very confusing for future consumers because they're releasing this cloud gaming, but it's also made by a third party company if I recall, and it doesn't even play all the Xbox games. It's just Xbox.
Logitech.
Yeah.
Gross.
Logitech.
Like I think it's mostly just to kind of work like basically a Steam Deck alternative. So it's going to play some select games and like some such a PC stuff, and then I think in 2027 or 8 they're releasing a more official Xbox handheld that then play all the Xbox games. So future consumers are going to be a little confused. We're going to have two versions of these. One that doesn't even play Xbox games. That says Xbox on it.
I'd rather just I'd rather get my hands on a Steam Deck, honestly.
Are you?
Seems like a thing of beauty.
Are you absolutely certain? It seems to be talking to the Xbox Gaming Cloud beta, according to what I'm reading here.
I think that's what I meant too. Like all the games are not going to be on the cloud. But,
well, yeah, because it's right now the Xbox Cloud Gaming is in beta, so I'm assuming they plan to expand the library.
But they are releasing a whole new version in 2027, like they said.
Maybe the one that lets you actually put the games on the little device itself?
Yeah, probably. But a little vague on this, on the details here, but because also we've been hearing like, that's what's saying they're going to make a handheld for like years now. Like, okay, we'll believe it when it comes out. Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that though. Yeah. A little and what I'm reading here, you can actually play off your system. So you could be just, if you want something a little closer to your face, it's right there.
I think it's because we're all like, been rag on Xbox, make your own handheld already, and they tried doing like a cloud Xbox Game Pass for on phones, but I don't think that's really working too well. So here we go.
At least it's an actual got a controller slapped onto it, and I don't see a major issue if you're a regular Game Pass user.
Yeah.
The price tag makes me want to recoil because you could just buy a system for the same price. So I really don't see the huge appeal to it, other than,
I mean, not everything.
You could toss it at your kid, or you could play. You could play in the other room or something. I guess if you don't have a space to have another setup, this would probably be a good alternative.
Oh yeah,
that's my best throw out there.
Oh, one, Finity think every topic I post is upheaval. It's just, but no, you make complete sense. Like, let's see, where's that one picture of Slug? Of her gaming setup.
Here's the one here's the version I saw.
Oh, that's so different looking.
Oh wow,
so smooth. Yeah, this is the thing that I don't know. I'm just digging through their website. Yeah, you're supposed.
I don't know why. I like the more angular version, the other one that Tilly shared. I don't know why though.
Yeah. I want to say too is I guess I got small hands because like the Nintendo Switch, I played on the TV because the handheld mode is just too big for my hands. Like the PSP and Game Boys are perfect for my hands, but and I can't really do the Switch or the Wii U gamepad for that matter.
All right, small tangent. What do you think of this picture? There's a few things that caught me off guard on this picture.
Dinosaur.
Okay. Does it feel maybe made by a robot?
Oh, definitely. We're actually going. Yeah, could definitely be AI. Sure.
Because that's the vibe I'm getting from at least a portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's remote play. You can play your installed games in your Xbox Series X, S console with the app, like you can do with the computer.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with that technology. Right. Those was my 2 bits. It sounds like a good idea if you're struggling to have another console in your household,
Yeah.
and you're an Xbox person and you already have the Game Pass. You're basically bundling up 2 things that you already own, and you're just like, oh, well, X is playing the Xbox, and he's playing a single player game, but I have a Game Pass, so all I have to do is boot up this little thing because I don't have room for another Xbox in my house. I'll just play this little thing. That's the best I can throw out there.
Oh yeah, it's better than getting like multiple TVs and shit. Yeah.
That's what I said. If you don't have room for another, play.
Yeah, if you like live in a studio apartment or something where there's not a whole lot of room.
Hopefully, it has a little more features to it because this is. It's very.
Well,
bare bones.
I mean, from what you said, it was what 300 clams for the Xbox One.
350 clams for this Logitech G Cloud gaming handheld.
It's already $150 in the Switch too.
You mean $100 less?
Yeah, that's what I said. $100, $150 cheaper.
Oh, I'm sad. Couldn't find the Slugs Gaming setup picture. Anyways, okay. I guess speaking of upheavals, our last 4 topics are kind of grim news.
Oh,
let's see.
grim news.
We
need to start sandwiching it with good news.
People being with shitheads. Okay. This was a fun thumbnail to make.
Oh, I know this one.
Yeah.
I already know this one.
I've heard about this.
A double topic, but
Short, sweet, and simple. Hasbro wasn't super happy with a fan mod. Yeah, it was a fan mod for Stardew Valley that put the cast of Lorian's most recent beautiful creature, Baldur's Gate 3, cast into Stardew Valley. And it was Hasbro that threw the hammer, while Lorian Studio was like, hey, whoa, we were okay with this. We actually liked this little thing. It was pretty. Why'd you do this to us?
yeah, they basically had to come in like, stop it! This is because essentially because Hasbro's like mine, cease and desist.
And
despite the fact
they ended up suing the fan, didn't they?
No. What happened is they contacted Nexus Mod to boom knock it out, and since then it has been re-put back up after the controversy, but it's very swing hammer first, ask questions never situation.
Was it Hasbro or Wizards that?
Hasbro is Wizards.
Well, I know Wizards is owned by Hasbro, but I didn't know which arm was it.
Killing me here, man.
I'm sorry. I was just confused.
Yeah, it was Wizards, but let me put it this way: if it says Wizards, it's always Hasbro. They because they are so near inseparable, just like Activision Blizzard. All it takes is Hasbro to say something to Wizard, and Wizard says, "Okay, I will do it." And they will say how high. They won't argue with the parent company. But it was a DMCA, but then it got taken back.
Yeah.
But that is probably the most terrifying thing to go through.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Hannah. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to save face too. It's like after Larian says no, this is free publicity. Hasbro like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, good on you.
Yeah, Larian is hated by a lot of people now, but they're loved by the fans.
Oh yeah, because Larian are trying to do the right thing, which is so basically every gaming company does not like them.
Lorian proved with enough passion and enough love about a project that you can create an absolute immaculate experience. And the two games they had prior under their belt proved that they could do something of this caliber. And they did. They showed that they can go, hey, let's take a whole system and put it into a game and make it function.
And I think it was, I can't remember what company it was, but I think it might have been Ubisoft or another one, but they were basically saying the single player platform is dead. And Larian is like, hold my beer and watch this.
Yep.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. Also, Buck, yeah, here's that. Found a picture of Slug Tilly's gaming setup.
I mean, I give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it was EA's
EA, thank you.
Frank Gibrew claimed that the single player only games were finished. Despite the fact that now don't get me wrong, Baldur's Gate is not exactly a great example of a single player experience because you can still play it multiplayer, and a lot of people have done. But great alternatives that you could throw out there are Cyberpunk, Ori, Breath of the Wild, God of War, Witcher. Like, this is all stuff when this statement was made that was cooking that had cooked and had done their things at the time. Miles Morales, Spider-Man, just that is a small cavalcade of games that not only my family has played, my friends have played, I myself has played. And a lot of games, and some games just start off as a single player experience and then expand into a multiplayer experience.
Just like Space Marine 2. You can start off with the campaign and eventually unlock the operations and play with your buddies.
Mm-hmm. Oh man! Also, there is a secondary topic in that thumbnail picture, by the way. Especially on what like Slug's doing on the left side there.
We're on the D20.
Yeah. So
I know. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, let's see if you guess.
I believe it's also the fact they have dunked their online, their online tabletop. Hasbro has dunked it. They have cut most of the staff.
Monkey on fire today.
Well, I am hugely passionate about the tabletop scene. I apologize if I know a lot.
So yeah, basically, Wizard of the Coast tried making their own online tabletop platform, such as like Roll20.net and D&D Beyond, and apparently it just really fucking sucked. And also they don't treat their employees very well. Yeah. So fuck Wizards and Hasbro.
Yeah.
I was part of the beta forum for that particular thing. And the big thing I talked about was like, here is your competitor. Here's all the things your competitor does for free without cost. And here's what you are gatekeeping behind. So I have to have a D&D Beyond account. I have to own all these books on a D&D Beyond account if I even want to play a single class outside of your normal allowed thing. Even you yourself are saying, no, unless you own this book, here's your one default background you're going to play and your one default thing you're going to play. And you've pigeonholed this even into your character creator, which is a pain in the absolute rear on D&D Beyond. You have to every player has to edit their own sheet by hand because nobody owns all those books. You have alleviated it somewhat. Your friend who's known as the whale of your group has all these books, and when he adds you to his table, you have access to all these books, and that is a cool, underlining, nice feature. Just do everyone a favor: make the core rule book free.
Yep.
Yeah.
Online, digital, free. Just boom.
Core rule book and the player handbook.
That's what I meant. The player's handbook.
I'm sorry.
That's what I do mean. I mean the player's handbook. Everything the players should know should be free because that's how you get more people in it. That's how you get them to buy minis. Oh, speaking of minis, give us assets to work with. Oh, that would have been a glorious thing. Give us a whole pile of assets to work with. There was just so many things that needed to be done that were not done because that Roll20 or Foundry or again, Roll20 and Foundry already talk to each other. There is already apps to put those two things together. There was an app, your competitor who does Pathfinder, Paizo, already beat you to the punch by years by saying, hey, you can link your Paizo account to your Roll20 account, and boom, here's all your stuff here, all accessible because you own it. So I didn't have to buy a whole pile of extra digital copies of all these books. And
Yeah.
you know what? Everybody was like, yeah, this sounds like a cool idea. Because 90% of the staff, well, it's dead. It is deader than dead. Don't get me wrong. There's people who've made miracles off of less or off of low amount of people. Like indie studios have proven that you can get away with a very small set of a team on a big to do big things and do amazing things. But when the funding is from a company, a big company, it's either sink or swim, and they're gonna probably sink this ship, no matter how much goodwill the community wants to. Well, right now the community is absolutely unadulterated mad at Wizards, so it's probably gonna sink. And there's great alternatives. I already mentioned one of them. Roll20 and Foundry are two great alternatives to playing D&D online. So, yeah, I'm a little disappointed that it's probably Shadow is I forget what it's called. It's been for a while since I've been there. It's a shame that it's going to be torn apart. Go ahead. Floors are yours.
I would say, like, I'm a pirate queen, so if you want all the D&D books in digital form, just hit me up. I don't play anymore, but I got my cloud storage. Because just basically you get the books digitally, and just you use like a character creator online, and there you go. Anyways, let's see here. On to our next topic. Here's a poor little company that's our game company that's not catch a fucking break. Also, bam.
Oh, Balatro.
Yeah. So.
What did they get hit with now?
So yeah, originally I used to have phone there with when Peggy was on her ass, because Peggy is what the ERCRB of Europe, and I guess basically it's common practice, not required, but it's common practice to give them a nice tip for a really good rating. And the Balatro does like, I don't have any money to give you. I'm sorry. I'm just one guy. And so they're little myths. So they kind of gave it like a, I don't know, it was like 18 plus, because it's gambling. Even though the developer's like, hello, we got fucking EA like Madden for kids. That's like actually that's legit gambling mechanics, real money mechanics, and yet you're giving me ask for no money. That's not actual gambling. This rating, and I think eventually they was going to get knocked down to like age 16 or age 13 or something, like a small victory. But now YouTube is now flagging Balatro videos as gambling videos.
Oh God.
Yeah. It's
laughable.
like it's like, wow, if you're a developer, you got like grease palms apparently. Yeah.
Well, it has been kind of fixed since then, because I actually knew about this one. I was aware of. It is because it was leaning in on the information, because when one company lies to another company and they go, oh, this game is this rating, I need to automatically do this. So it's more of an automation issue. It has been resolved, thankfully, but people who have the first person I could think of that got hit by it was I think it's Two Friends Play. Yeah. Shoot, I'm so. Oh God, what's their names? I'm really bad with names. People know this. It's the Two Fast Friends Play people. I try to.
Game Grumps, right?
Thank you.
No, not Game Grumps.
No.
I know one was named Wooly. I know about him.
Well, yes, yeah, Willie and Company. Yeah, that's the current. That was an issue. It was an issue throughout March. So if you were a Balatro play creator for the funsies, because you could do absolutely ridiculous stuff, you were basically you had no monetization for this game for a whole month because of the stupid Peggy ruling.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Damn it!
Yeah, this developer cannot catch a break.
Not a single one.
Oh man. It's not gambling, damn it. Okay. Now, final two topics. Alright, getting serious on this one.
I recognize the middle one.
Oh, I know this.
All right, fill us
It's
in.
basically,
familiar, huh?
yeah. Apparently, if I understood it correctly, I might have misinterpreted parts of it. Some anime are going to be considered illegal in Texas because of some of the cast that are of the lolly body type. If I understood the statement correctly, I might have misread it. Tilly, go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, here's what I know. I don't think this law's been passed, but they're trying to ban. Basically, if you have an anime collection, you're liable for jail time. Because they're kind of pulling in Australia with the whole Puritan, censored bannings. And I can kind of see where it comes from. Basically, if a female character is underage, then it's a no. You can't have it. The thing is, though, it's so vague, and this is also partially due to kind of, I guess, it's me ragging on the anime community, but Japan, yeah, why'd you have to make so many mistakes with anime in the years? Because essentially, what I say is this is it's a little vague, and it's not just targeting one of those just like obvious lollies, basically anyone underage, which basically, like, I think Persona 5 and Evangelion like made their list.
What?
But,
Wait, hold on. Shinji, how old is Shinji? Hold the phone here.
But basically, and what I say, because like I think back to Sailor Moon, like we a lot of us got horny over Sailor Moon, and the thing is, Sailor Moon, she looks like she's a fucking college student, but she's only like 14.
Yeah, the old style back in the day really had them aged up. Heck, I'm pulled up. You want to know how old Shinji is in Neo Genesis Evangelion?
How old?
You'll never guess. No, I want to hear a guess real quick. Throw out a number.
13.
15.
He's 14.
Yep.
Very good guess. Holy crap.
How old is Ray?
I honestly thought he was older.
Yeah, because Ray, she's a tall girl, but she's also sexualized a lot, and I'm pretty sure she's like 15 or less in that show.
I thought Ray was. Oh wait,
16.
I don't want to spoil.
But yeah, like there's like Japan, like, they have so many of these girls that look like they're in like late high school or college. They're tall, slender, they look adult. But no, she's actually younger than your daughter.
At the beginning of Gurren Lagann, Yoko is apparently 14.
Oh yeah, that's right. And she's got like porn star tits, and she's 14, and she wears enough clothing to maybe make a pair of pants.
She wears booty shorts and a bikini top.
Yes.
Wait,
yeah. And
are you talking about Asuka?
No, we're talking about Yoko from Gurren Lagann at the moment, but they sexualize Asuka as well. But I'm just saying. So basically, if this is gonna be like 90% of anime this band's gonna affect if they don't if they keep it vague like this. 90% of anime.
Oh boy.
I'm happy in the last few years we've starting to age up characters in the animes, and they're starting to get away from the high school setting. But yeah, this is like decades worth of material that's gonna be liable to get you arrested.
Yep.
Like, I can think of a very interesting example. It's a very old anime. It's like Benshu Renkin. she has to have her weapons attached to her thigh, her lower thigh. That's it. That's she's got big scissor things on it. Like that's gonna get hit because she pretends to be a high schooler, even though I have no idea how old she is. It's been forever since I've seen anime. I'm trying to think of Yu Yu Hakusho. That's gonna be out the window.
You
Because
actually was always
you
got literally the ghost of not the ghost the Grim Reaper who looks like a shrine maiden. Well, not even that bad, but she's still. I know she dresses very college like, but I guarantee they'd still strike it.
What about the original Dragon Ball?
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
the original Dragon Ball would get
Bulma
hit.
scene,
Yeah.
Bulma, the Bulma scene with Yajirobe out immediately.
You mean Master Roshi?
What did I say?
Yajirobe.
You said Yajirobe.
Yajirobe, Master
Oh,
Roshi.
yeah, so
It's actually
yeah, Master Roshi.
Oh man, the character that should have been canceled decades ago. It's just, oh man, it's like I kind of like how Super Day tried to redeem him, but it was kind of too little, too fucking late. Yeah.
I mean, the main reason I love Master Roshi is mainly because of Dragon Ball Abridged.
Yep.
Because I think it's Lanny that plays Master Roshi. I can't remember. Yeah,
Well, it was Moscow X first, then through a personal decision.
Yeah, Lanny took over.
Yep.
But yeah, the lines that they gave Master Roshi were actually pretty hilarious. Like, welcome to thank you for calling Kame House, where the beaches are fine or bitches are finer.
Actually,
Can
that
you
was
speak-
Moscow that did that line.
I can't, but still, the lines is
Wow.
that's my point. It's like that's the main reason I love Master Roshi is because of
Well,
Abridged.
That's just a parody of how he really is, which
It
is
is.
worse.
Yeah.
Okay, so before the Saiyan saga, she is when you first met her, she's 16.
Yeah.
You for Bulma, and then her first time skip, she's 20 because they go from little kitty bitty Goku to teen Goku, so he can fight in the tournament. Like that's literally the big jump.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just so many anime that's gonna be like this character doesn't look like this, but it is, and then you get the opposite effect going on with other characters. Like, how does this character? Oh, they're 14. Excuse me, he looks like he could go out and die for his country.
Yeah,
like
he looks
like-
ill.
fucking Jotaro Kujo, he's only 17, but he looks like he's 30.
See that.
Yeah.
We have that problem.
Yeah, that's why I didn't mean to sound mean, but Japan, why you keep making these mistakes? You know,
It's art style. It's all ourselves. During the big boom, a lot of people were trying to copy the big boomers, the people who brought the big like hits and all that. So people started following that trend. And as we are the anime fans aged up and started saying, hey, we want something a little more spicy, we got JoJo's Bizarre Adventure being like brought to media, and it's like, oh, this is something we missed.
I took that the wrong way because when you're like, oh, we're aged up now, can we have some more spicy? Okay, we'll just make our high schoolers more spicy. Like, no. It's
No, not that way.
Yeah.
Put that down.
Yeah.
Put the pen down.
And
Stop that.
This is a side topic part, but you know, like I said, when it comes to, like, you know, Japan art style, you know, mistakes or whatnot, like, you know, it's like, oh, that character's a Japanese high schooler. Like, what are you talking about? They're all white. Like, oh, it's a whole other thing. So. Yeah, it's like the guys in the middle picture there, like they look white as fucking, you know, Georgia people, you know, but no, they're Japanese. You know, it's like, Japan, why can't you just, you know, why can't you just draw it right? You know, just make up your own society or something, you know, like a futuristic, like different world, you know, and you know, the otakus wonder why we're trying to, you know, take over their spaces because it's so many mistakes. But now we got Texas, you know, with the parenting culture, like with the misunderstandings, because I'm sure there's plenty of creepy otakus out there that, you know, don't care about character ages, but.
There's plenty of horror stories out there.
The problem is this is another thing of the road to hell. The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah, like this is like more than just like a segment to unpack. But let's see here. And so it's like, okay, so they're trying to do this, what, the stomp out pedophiles or something? Or is it Puritan culture? Tina, what's going on?
It feels like a knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah.
It's a knee-jerk reaction. Like, apparently in Texas and Oklahoma, you can't access a lot of porn sites anymore, like even Pornhub, without
Florida included.
Same here, yeah.
without doing a whole verify your ID and everything.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Oh no, it's so easy to do." No, it's not. You have no idea what the word database even means. Go take a seat and learn about little things about computer database and how many times we've had breaches where people's whole social security numbers, myself included, have been exposed.
Oh boy.
So Tina, let's say, what's life going on in Texas there? Like, are y'all trying to clean up your act or something? Is there a lot of degenerates where you live?
Not. You also got to remember, I live in a little town in Texas and the Panhandle and everything. Like, this is one of those towns where everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I think I have maybe 3,500 people tops in this town.
A similar situation here. Like that's why I keep saying I live outside a swamp. I don't live in Tampa, Florida.
Yeah, you're not in Tampa, but you're not in the bayou.
Yeah.
You're in the middle ground. But it's one of those things, like, they, like, at least in my part, like, everybody mainly, as long as you ain't hurting anybody or touching kids, more often than not, they're gonna, live and let live.
And it's also, you see this in several societies where, like, like, oh, we can't do anything about, like, say, like, the drug culture, but we'll tackle this nerd problem to make us look strong, and harm these people who aren't doing really anything.
Like I said earlier, this is a key example of the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Like, their heart is in the right place, and I understand what they're wanting to do, but it's, using a sledgehammer to put in a nail. Will it get the nail? Will it get the job done? Yeah. Is it going to be pretty? Hell no.
They're trying to hide particularly other nasty things. I'm not gonna veer us off to that direction, but I will post it for my co-podcasters here.
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to hide this.
Also, you want to know something that's super ironic? Most of America's biggest voice acting studios are in Texas.
Yep. So it makes me wonder how a lot of them are gonna do this now. Like, I know Funimation is based down here. I want to say in the Dallas area is where Funimation is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let's see here.
And before any VAs get mad, I'm sorry, this is public knowledge. Everybody knows that Funimation was based in Dallas.
Right.
Well, I know.
So I'm kind of, it's like, I like the message. I just want to clean up anime in general. We don't need to, go out arresting people for, and stuff like that. Like,
yeah.
This needs a revision. So hopefully the bill doesn't pass. But I like the good intentions. It's but censorship. It's a weird line.
Not boycotts. Restricting access to particular things does not make it go away. All it does is make people go underground. Look at the prohibition.
I was just about to say it's basically the prohibition all over again.
Oh yeah, and they were saying that you're gonna probably need one of those geo blocking VPN things to now watch anime in Texas. What do you call them? Like NordVPN.
VPNs.
Yeah, VPNs. Yeah, because your shit's making.
What's our
last one? I see kind of the darkest topic, because it's like, I always saw this coming. Okay.
So happy video game good news. Oh, what happened? Wait, I think I recognize that face. Oh, what happened?
Tina knows the little thing on top of her head is about.
The Aloy is now AI.
Yep.
It is a robot.
So Sony is basically made an Aloy AI, and the voice actress did not hear about this or sign off or is not happy about this. So yeah, Also, on a side note, she was also pretty pissed that the kind of character assassinated her character in the latest Life is Strange game. So, a lot of L's for poor Ashley Birch here. But yeah, Sony just kind of went ahead and has now made an AI Aloy. And yeah, we're like fuck common decency, whatever. We're just gonna make AI actors. A lot of A words. And so this kind of I feel like step one, and like yeah, they're just gonna have AI take over, so they don't have to pay actors anymore.
Yep.
So yeah, so good chance in next Horizon game because there's one coming. Ashley Birch might not even stepped into the recording booth. So
Someone who wants to voice act so bad, that is extremely depressing.
yeah,
is.
it's like trying to become a streamer in 2025. Like you should have done it like 10 years ago.
Oh no.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Wait,
But
yeah.
yeah,
I've been having absolute hell with it.
Oh, it's a little over bloated,
Yeah.
not original, and being like phased out in different ways. So,
Oh, it's even harder for me. I'm a flesh tuber.
oh yeah, but now
Okay. Let's
well,
just
flesh
let's just table
VAs.
that. Let's just table that. Right. Let's just table on the discussion. Let's go to
Yeah.
the matter at hand.
Yeah, flesh VAs now are basically being phased out.
Yeah.
So yeah, aspiring voice
Yeah,
actors, I do feel sorry for you.
So-
Yeah, it's basically like voice actors now just got to like start doing like third party independent stuff, like on YouTube or like like online games and independent plays or whatever, but because major corporations, they just want to keep cutting them costs and then keep cutting employees.
Yep.
So
unfortunately.
yeah, and this is a PlayStation mascot character here. Yeah, it's like, damn. The future.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The future's bleak.
yeah, like $80 games are here. Fucking AI is here. The microtransactions are here. Yeah.
$10 welcome tours are here.
Yeah. This is the dark age of gaming.
I've said it before. We live in the darkest timeline.
Yeah, like I said, aside from the diversity, that's the only thing I really like about this generation. But then again, not going to be diverse actors, at least anymore. Yeah, we're just finally getting diverse actors into the recording booth, and now AI is taking that spot. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, and I was like, that's what I was asking Tito, in the bouncer chat earlier. Like, should I just even bother with the news because I'm kind of like going back to like like 2/3 retro gaming.
Yeah.
But damn, it's like yeah, we yeah. It's like, it's just, we want to seize opportunities, but it's like they keep stepping on our principles. Yeah. It's like yeah, corporations they literally been crossing our principles like way too often lately. Yeah. And it's like we're not even blindsided by bad news anymore.
Yep.
So, Punky, what's your opinion on the state of gaming?
I think the AAA scene is not as shiny as it was back maybe even 5 years ago. Don't get me wrong, there's some really good gems in the rough, but I will more. I mean, my channel alone is very niche games by themselves.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping a lot of indie people pick up some niche things that I like to play again because I miss. There's a lot of things I miss. I haven't seen a Final Fantasy Tactics Light in a long time, aside from one literally made by the same flipping studio, which is Square Enix with Triangle Strategy. I want more of that. I want gold shininess of that made by an indie studio. That's fun.
Yeah, it's like
I have
I
hope.
know Square's go like definitely wants to push like their newer games and play their gotcha games and shit. Even though I'm technically a content creator for them now, but um, so even though I can potentially work for them now, but still, it's like but we make fun of Square a lot, you know. It's just anyways,
It's
what we
like
got?
hitting a very large pinata.
Oh yeah. So anyway, so we gotta definitely just keep moving forward, you know, and just keep engaging our audience. Just you know, just have some fun, you know, and yeah, just it's just crazy how I'm old enough to see gaming start and then become the biggest business practice in like entertainment, and then watch how that changed when the old guard fell off, and it's just oh man. Also, it's just what is up with all this AI stuff? I mean, don't these people like watch the movies? AI is going to kill us, or is that just hogwash in the movies? You know?
I'm just waiting for the rise of the Man of Iron.
Yeah, it's like I thought AI was supposed to be something that's going to turn on us. So why we embrace it so damn hard? It's like
Because it makes everything easier and people are lazy these days.
yeah, like I heard where America's about to have another pandemic.
Of what?
I don't know, but I'm saying another fucking like pandemic is coming. Yeah, like what would we just get our wash our hands again?
I
I don't know, but Kite,
I
what's your
survived one. I
yeah?
will survive another. I will not be. I will. I want to be able to drink when I want to sit down and have a good celebratory drink when I know there's no more dictators. We can look at each other in the eye and see eye to eye. And a particular author breathes her last.
But yeah, we're gonna. I think it's time to close this topic. We'll talk about some retro games and another one. All right, Tito, what's your
Sorry about that
thought on the
last one.
state of gaming?
There are things I love and things I hate, but majority of it, we're in the shithole.
How about you, Knock? Okay.
I'm shocked, surprised, but also, unfortunately, this this wasn't this is not new. This is actually also unexpected. So I kind of expected the worst, but you know what? This is again nothing new. So
Yeah.
I'm so I'm here to embrace it, and it's kind of scary, but
Yeah.
that's just how things are. And but yeah, this Gen AI, yeah, it's taking jobs. Yeah,
Yeah, like no matter how many times
taking
we
jobs.
protest about it and we fight against it and stuff, they're still going around our backs and doing it. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, we'll go to keep on complaining. Uh, but we'll see you on the next news segment. Y'all take care now. Love
Y'all
you.
take care.
Well, there's one last thing I do want to end on a positive note
Hell
here.
yeah.
And I know we've been talking about dark stuff and everything, but I want to add this one last thing into it. So I'm sure many of you are aware, but the big win here is Expedition 33.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard
Oh, that's
nothing
fun.
but good things about it.
Oh, South Korea was good
It's
too. Yeah.
yeah, it's very it's a very good game from the looks of it. It's my kind of style of gaming, kind of.
Turn based.
Mm, yeah, it is. But the last thing I'll add is that it's always sold out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, well, sold out physically, but digitally you can get it. But I'm not one of those sticklers who is a sucker for digitally. If anything, I like physical because digital can
Yeah.
suck my ass. Anyway, that's a big win for modern gaming is that Expedition 33 I feel like is gaming that's done right.
Yeah. Uh.
Story, characters, combat system.
Oh yeah, and yeah, that's a good win because, like I said, so many of these games there, like the anti woke mob's been raging on. They're coming out and they're just fucking killing it. You know, Split Fiction, Clear Obscura, and freaking like the South of Midnight. All great games. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, so
Yep.
because diversity is a great thing. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, and good games can be made. Yeah. Just, So it's like people need to stop fussing, and corporations need to stop doing AI. Just put faith into people. Like people don't talk anymore. They just don't talk anymore. Eh,
People are just too scared to say anything nowadays.
yeah.
It's because, the bad thing is, you say the wrong thing, you could get fucking canceled and ostracized about it. So
Yeah.
that's why a lot of people are scared to say anything these days.
Or just don't talk about it. You don't talk about it. Say, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about it. It's too personal. Let's just move on.
Yeah, like let's make a good game. Like be like you don't have to be super historically accurate to not. Basically, it's like if you try to offend anybody, you're gonna offend everybody. Sort of saying. It's like include these voices, but you don't need to include every 100% saying because also you're gonna piss off someone regardless. Someone's gonna complain regardless.
You're always a villain in somebody's story.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I held her. Remember that one old lady that tried to get NFL canceled because she didn't like football.
I must have missed that one.
It was like 90s, but
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, it's like like. I mean, I think football's a little dumb because it's like people getting paid. The people who make our food and build our houses, they get scraps, but you get paid $15 million a year just to go outside and play a game. That's a little ridiculous, but that's another discussion for later.
Yeah, that's another discussion for another time.
But yeah, Punky's got a point. Going forward, need to make the last topics either positive or at least funny. So I'll work on that. Shake up the rust. I feel it's pretty good. Knocked out a dozen topics in just under 2 hours. So
Right on. We're making good time.
yep. As we'll catch y'all down on the next podcast. See ya.
Take care.
Sayonara.
Punky.
Yeah.